Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call for the Bell. I am taking the reins as guest host for this episode because the executive producer and host, who is on the opposite side of the screen there, is struggling with a cold flu. So we want to save a little bit of his voice for the important stuff. So I'm going to run this episode alongside. We also have special guests for this episode of Call for the Bell. The prediction specialist himself come back to talk about Crown Jewel, Wolfman, and of course our other new prediction specialist who joined us here for the Crown Jewel predictions from Popcorn and Whiskey, Andrew Poletto.
Nice to have you. Nice to be back, I should say. Thank you.
Trying to put some sound effects in from time to time. Of course, StreamYard still having a delay, so it was a significant delay from when I introduced you and when the applause actually played. All right, so there's a lot happening in the world of wrestling. In addition to Crown Jewel being over, we also have an AEW pay-per-view coming up, Wrestle Dream. While we're not going to be doing any official predictions or anything for that, we will probably discuss a little bit about it. But I do want to start with the results of Crown Jewel before we talk about some of the story and stuff. And yes, we are going to get to Seth Rollins being removed from the Vision, but we're going to get to that in just a little bit. So Crown Jewel, 5 matches, and something that I didn't even know. I thought that Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, I thought that was for the championship, and same with Stephanie and Tiffany Stratton. I did not know that they were for these token belts.
I think that's where your confusion lies. A lot of people are. It is the Crown Jewel Championship. So yes, it was for a championship, but it was only for a 1 match a year type thing for these.
Yeah, that's not a real championship.
Belts. Yeah,
billing that as a championship match is in my opinion false advertising. That's where I stand on it. I understand that in AEW they give out the belts for the Owen Hart tournament, but that's a tournament which is going to be there's going to be a 1 match for usually it would be a trophy, but wrestling has been doing belts more often now, which I kind of think is cool and fits a little bit better than trophies ever did. But you can't bill it as a championship match. I'm sorry. That's false advertising, in my opinion. What do you guys?
Yeah, I personally believe having a title belt you can only win 1 time a year, and all you get is a kind of like a reject Super Bowl ring. And the title belt has to stay in the host country.
See, that's preposterous. If I'm winning a belt, I'm taking it home with me. It's going to my trophy case.
100%.
So that's preposterous right there. All right. And see, that's the other thing I don't like. They have to keep the belt there. They're doing something. Saudi's doing something getting into the wrestling world. I'm telling you, watch for the Saudi Wrestling Federation in the next 5 years.
His was funny if at the start of the show or Friday night or whatever they did it, where they showed them taking the belt from Saudi Arabia, putting it on a plane and bringing it over to Perth and bringing it into the arena over at Perth, and everybody with the white gloves and everything else doing that. If you notice, when they took off from Saudi Arabia, it was dark and raining. And when they landed in Australia, it was dark and raining. So something was off there.
Some symbolism there as well. So yeah, see, and I don't like being it billed as a championship match, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. So, what are your guys' thoughts about the whole? Let's get Andrew and Wolfman to get your recap on the whole thing before we talk a little bit about the matches. Like, what do you think as a pay-per-view as a whole? How would you grade it?
It would B- to a B at tops. Just because there's only 5 matches on there. Now, granted, it did last quite a bit, but I think the WWE is getting way too overboard with some of these entrances, which I get it. That it gets the crowd going for the live crowds is great, but for us TV guys, like, all right, already, just get it over with. So that's what I'm not digging the long entrances.
Yeah, I think they really need to work more on the story buildup instead of just throwing shit together. Like, I don't know if you guys remember how long storylines built up back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like they took what, months or weeks to months and maybe a year to finally have a culmination at, let's say, like Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
They just don't give a crap about the storyline, and that's what keeps people coming back.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's been, WWE has always done good long-term storytelling, but for a lot of their matches on their wrestling cards, they seem to be just things that just happened. They put together for this for the next pay-per-view, but then it resolves, and it never goes any further than that. They've been doing that a little bit more with some of their undercards and stuff, and even some of their championship matches. And I think it's because they're running too many pay-per-views. That's my opinion. I think they're running way too many pay-per-views.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
and they've gotten rid of a few of my favorite pay-per-views. Like, they don't do Hell in a Cell anymore. They don't do bragging rights anymore.
They don't do Hell in a Cell?
Did they stop Hell in a Cell?
I haven't seen it on the schedule for a few
That's
years.
true. That's true. I don't remember the last time I've heard about a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, because they replaced bragging rights with Survivor Series.
No, Survivor Series has been around in November.
Survivor Series has been around since I was a kid.
Yeah, Survivor Series has been around since almost as long as WrestleMania.
Because I was at the last bragging rights in Minneapolis at the Target Center
In November?
in October of 2010.
Okay, yeah, but Survivor Series has always been a November pay-per-view.
Yeah, but they kind of took over for bragging rights because I don't know why they got rid of bragging rights.
I don't even remember bragging rights at all.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
It was like SmackDown versus Raw.
Oh,
who was the better brand?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, so Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Andrew, do you remember what your prediction was for that one?
I said that if there's interference, Seth Rollins would win. Seth Rollins would win. If there wasn't, Cody Rhodes would win. I think there was interference. Just for the fact that what did Seth do? He had something.
A watch, a Rolex watch.
Yeah. So I think I will give myself a win on that one. Yes.
And unfortunately, Wolfman, you did miss that one. You chose Cody Rhodes. But like I said, I mean, if I would have been picking, I would have likely picked Cody Rhodes on that too. I didn't expect Seth Rollins to win, though it makes sense because Cody Rhodes is still the champion, right?
Yes, they both are.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both. Okay.
Well, Seth Rollins might have to vacate his title.
Yeah, but that came afterwards. So yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened to Seth
He
Rollins?
got injured.
Oh, did he get injured at Crown Jewel?
No, he got injured at
not Crown
Monday
Jewel.
night. Yeah,
he got injured at Crown Jewel.
And then the shit that happened with the Vision, it just made the injury even worse.
Oh, I wonder if they kicked him. I wonder if that's some story right there. All right, let's go with the next match, and then we're gonna get to the Vision. The Australian Street Fight, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Wolfman, you had Roman Reigns selected.
Yep.
And Bronson Reed won. Andrew, do you remember what your pick was?
I did the same thing. I said if there's interference, Bronson Reed would win. If there wasn't, Roman Reigns, and there was interference.
All right. Andrew is on a run here. We're gonna have to go through and we'll get I'll add all this up then at some point, Wolfman, so we can get your like overall percentage. We'll present your overall percent. Connor, when's the next prediction show?
Shit, when's Survivor Series? Let me check.
November.
Oh, really the next one? Not just Survivor Series.
Yeah, legit. Yeah. So we've got probably about a month and a half.
Really?
Wow.
Is it that long?
That's what I'm thinking. After running 3 pay-per-views a month for 4 months, they're gonna go 6 weeks between pay-per-views.
Pretty much.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, Survivor Series is right before my 33rd birthday.
Wow.
33rd birthday. Wow. Gee whiz. All these youngsters in here. What the heck?
No, I don't want to talk about it. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Andrew's batting 100%. Women's tag match. Now, both the first one, the Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes, that was for the men's crown jewel championship.
Correct.
So
Yep.
some BS. And then there was the Australian street fight. So then we got the women's tag team match: Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Osaka and Kairi Sane. And Wolfman, you got this one right. You chose Sky and Ripley, and they did come out victorious. Poletto, what is your?
I think everyone guessed Sky Ripley on that one.
Yeah. How was that match?
That was a good match.
Was it a good match?
Yeah.
I didn't get a
I
chance
saw
to
the
see it.
the replays and I'm like, holy shit, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky destroyed the Kabuki Warriors.
Wow, interesting. I might have to go look up some highlights for that too. All right, we got the singles match: John Cena versus AJ Styles. I think everybody in the whole prediction show got this one right.
No, I picked AJ Styles.
Oh, Poletto got this one wrong. Okay,
Yeah, I picked AJ. Yep.
This is the one he missed out on, but I think everybody else picked John Cena.
Yep.
I think I said that I think AJ Styles should win. I think I said he should win, but I don't remember if I actually said he would win or if John Cena would win.
That was a fun match to watch.
I have no doubt about that. I saw some highlights of that one. I saw some highlights of that one. I credit 5-move John Cena for adding some other wrestling, even if it is other wrestlers, even if he's paying tribute. I don't care. I love that we get to see John Cena do more than 5 wrestling moves in a match. That is actually pretty cool to see. And I like that he's paying homage to a lot of different people. So, and I love the crowd.
Dude, yeah.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't be the Sister Abigail wouldn't have been as cool if the audience didn't put up the fireflies right after he did it.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was great.
It would not have been as cool at all. Okay, so and then we got the last match was the Women's Crown Jewel Championship: Stephanie Vakir versus Tiffany Stratton, and I believe both you, Andrew, and Wolfman got this one right? Stephanie Vakir?
Stephanie. Yep.
Yep. So, all right. Well, Wolfman got 3 out of 5, and Andrew Poletto got 4 out of 5. So, that's pretty good, guys. I mean, even a 3 out of 5 is still, above half. So, not bad for your predictions there on the show. Now, let me ask you this: with your predictions and kind of knowing what is you might be expecting happen, do you find it any less entertaining after we did like the prediction show and like talked about it and stuff, or were you still as entertained?
I was entertained. Go ahead, Wolfman.
I was still entertained, but I was just like thinking, like, did I make the right choice? And I'm like, well, everybody makes a choice, and then some choices they regret later. And I don't regret any of my choices. I just do it for the fun of it and the love of the sport.
Yeah, well, I would hope that you find it fun. I don't ever want you to get so caught up, like, oh no, I was wrong about all my predictions. That's so not like,
no,
yeah, that's not the most important thing, right, Connor?
Legit, I mean, I've been on both sides of it where I've got all of them right and I've got absolutely fuck all right. I'm just like, oh well.
Yep. Just go on to the next one.
We just do it for shits and giggles.
Absolutely.
Andrew, did you find it just as entertaining?
Yeah. The only drawback for me was I couldn't find a damn thing. Couldn't find where to watch it.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, I can't. I don't have that. Don't have the ESPN.
Oh yeah. See,
Ultra Plus, whatever 2.0, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Right. Andrew, just a little thing between me and you. Right. The UK has everything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Get a VPN, set it to UK, load up Netflix, everything will be on there.
I gotta get a VPN. I don't have a VPN.
I did the exact same thing with Michael, and he watches everything on Netflix now.
I gotta get mine back. I used to have one with my Norton, but I haven't been able to afford my Norton right now. But I have other security, so Norton's like the redundancy. That's why I let it lapse.
I did find a couple of apps on my Fire Stick where I can use, but I don't have a VPN, and I don't know if I need one or not. I should, but up until I've never had one, so I don't even know how to use a VPN.
If you want to save money on paying
We should save some more of this. I'm going to interrupt you, Connor. Because we should save some of this conversation for after the show and not for what's going to be on the air.
Okay. So going back to your original question, no, I don't find it any, and it takes away from my entertainment value at all doing a prediction show. Matter of fact, I prefer doing prediction shows because it adds to me thinking about what's going on, and so I enjoy the prediction shows. It enhances the viewership for me.
Nice. Okay, go. I wasn't expecting that answer. I like that. All right, so that was it for Crown Jewel. Let's talk about one more WWE thing, and then we'll talk a little AEW. Seth Rollins gets kicked out of the Vision. Now, do you guys think that this was planned, or is this because Seth Rollins did suffer legitimate injury at Crown Jewel, and this was wrote in to get him off the screen?
I think everyone knew that the Vision and Seth Rollins were going to break up, but not this soon. Mm-hmm. I think we even talked about that. I think we said that before WrestleMania they would, not this early. I listened to a podcast with Bubba Ray the other day, or Bully Dudley, whatever his name is. Bully Ray. And I like what he said. He says that last time where Rollins got hurt, then he faked it.
Yep.
He said it, and they continued with the match. He took LA Knight's finisher. He says if somebody's legitimately hurt, they're not going to take a finisher from anybody because they don't want to take a chance of getting even more hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, now think about this. If Seth Rollins was actually hurt, would he have taken the spear from Bronson? He says, I'm not saying that he is or isn't. I'm just saying that would the WWE take the chance of him getting more hurt with that arm taking the spear like he did?
Yeah, that's possible.
Probably not. Yeah, think about that. Yeah. So and you can only cry wolf so many times, and so now people are saying, okay, is he legit hurt or is he not? Also, did we see Becky Lynch at all on Monday night or in Perth? Was she even there?
I don't think she was.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if she was or not. I don't think she was at the pay-per-view, but was she there the night before or anything for SmackDown?
I have no idea.
I don't remember if she was or not.
That's interesting. So maybe just a shoot or a work. I'm sorry, a work.
Yeah. So they got you thinking now. If it's part of the storyline, they really got you thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Even I'm thinking about it. Like, is he injured now, or is it just another,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins has been pretty good at that, like playing the mysterious, like what's real and what's not.
I just go back to what Bully said. Somebody is in a high net worth as Seth Rollins. If he's legit hurt, are they going to take a chance of him getting even more hurt by taking the spear like he did?
Yeah.
I believe he is injured legitimately because I think it was, I don't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook, but a fan took a picture with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins was in a sling at the airport or something.
Yeah, but when he injured his leg, he used to walk around with a brace on his leg. Remember, he told the whole story about how his daughter, he was trying to figure out what to tell his daughter. Oh, Daddy's injured, but because if you tell her he's not injured, the first thing she's going to do when she runs out the door is say, Daddy's not hurt.
Yeah.
So even at home, Seth Rollins, go ahead, Connor.
There goes the storyline. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Seth Rollins, he sells it like he's all in on it. I don't know that we'll ever know.
If you remember, was it 10, 15 years ago when Triple H supposedly got his arm broken by Brock Lesnar? And the next couple of days, Triple H showed up at the UFC match as a spectator with his arm in a cast. For the keeping up the storyline. So
they're bringing WWE. That is another thing that WWE has been doing very well, and I think it is good for the sport. Starting to blur the lines again between what's real and what's kayfabe.
Yeah.
Now you don't, because now you're getting to the point again where even with social media and stuff, you really don't know. Seth Rollins is doing it. There's some other wrestlers doing it. There's even some wrestlers on the indies doing it. That is the new way. If you want to sell something as kayfabe, you have to make it look real. even on social media, even when you're out in public. You have to go all in with the sell if you really want people to buy in and try and actually wonder, is this real, or is this, is this a shoot, or is this a work? Because right now, Seth Rollins has everybody confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And credit to him for being able to do that. All right. Anything else on WWE side anybody wants to discuss?
No.
Charlotte Flair, Andrew?
Be still my heart, Charlotte. She wasn't a crown jewel, but they did defend the titles on Monday night, and they won. Her and Alexa.
Alexa Bliss, Connor.
Yes.
Yes, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss is my favorite as well.
Get your own bitch. She's mine.
No, I'll kick you in the face. I'll kick you in the face, and I can actually do that.
Listen, I'll send you sweet chip music in the mail.
Hey, listen, we are when Connor comes to Pennsylvania, everybody, we are having a match. And if you don't think that it's going to cost you $49.95 to watch Connor and JD wrestle a match, to watch arthrogryposis versus cerebral palsy, I can assure you that it's absolutely going to cost $59.95
except
to watch it.
Except for me and Wolfman, because we got to commentate it.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
And the referee in that match.
And
he's going to referee it. I'll do the play-by-play. He'll ref it.
My brother's going to have to referee that match. We're going to need a big enforcer. We're going to need someone that can just pick up both of us with one in each arm and just kind of hold us separated if we need to. That's what he's going to need. Yeah. So my brother definitely is big enough.
Like I say, get me a date, get me a time, and
he could just grab me and Connor and he just hold us like kids, like separate us. He could just be like, all right, guys, that's enough.
Taser on a pole match.
So, no, we ain't climbing shit.
Wolfman, I don't know whether you've noticed this, but let me just educate you. Have you realized that we are both people in wheelchairs?
Connor and I would just decide that, okay, we're just going to do a pinfall match and just the hell with the taser. We wouldn't even start the match. We'd start the match looking up the ladder at the taser, looking at each other and being like, nah.
I mean, we could turn it into a last man standing match.
Just a regular match. Yeah, again, that's not going to work either.
No, but at least I'd win.
No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't let you get up. All right. Enough of that nonsense. Let's look for it. All right. And
okay, guys. I got one word for you. Composure.
Composure. We're talking about us beating the hell out of each other. I don't think you're going to see much composure on that. All right. Let's talk about AEW, though. I want to talk first about the Don Callus family and how he now has half the roster. Is that too big of a stable, you guys think? I mean, listen, the NWO was one thing. There was a reason the NWO had that many members. That was because the original plan was to have the NWO break away and become its own brand, its own show. So they needed its own roster. There was a reason that they had so many people. Don Callus family's got like 13 wrestlers. And he's like
having the numbers is good. And to quote you to you like to be everywhere. So why not have someone pretty much everywhere?
So do you think it's okay? You think it's a good idea?
Yeah, numbers game. You have a 30-man battle royale with all 13 people in. You know someone of the family is going to win.
Is this building up to where the roster, like in almost a mini NWO thing? Like, is their roster going to have to band together in some way to like kind of destroy the Don Callus family? Do you think that's where it's eventually going to lead?
I mean, that's not what I had in mind, but it would work out pretty decent.
Andrew, what do you think on that? The Don Callus, or do you not watch AEW much? AEW, I apologize. I don't. You, but you might not be able
usually
to
don't. The only time I follow it is when I see was it the highlight reels, and only for MJF and for what's the name, the Hurt Business, whatever it's called now.
The Hurt
Syndicate.
Yeah,
the Hurt
which
Syndicate.
they haven't been. Neither one of those two have been popping up highlights on in my feed, so I don't know what's going on with them.
Well, just like it's just something AEW does. They push the team like the Hurt Syndicate. They give them the belts. They give them a good run. Then they lose the belts. Then they don't go after the belts. Tony Khan seems to have problems with follow-up, like challenges, like re-challenges. Like when the team loses, they don't. Somebody loses a
Tony
belt.
Khan
They
has
don't
got a
seem
lot
to
of
get.
problems with a lot of things.
Yeah, they don't seem to get that immediate re-challenge. He seems to like, oh, that storyline's resolved. Now let's get them doing something else. When really you should be having the Hurt Syndicate centered around the tag belts right now. They should be constantly in the talk and in the conversation, like about everything. There shouldn't be anything else that they're doing. So I don't really understand that part either. And MJF, they're really, I don't know if this is MJF's idea, but he's taking a turn now. He's taking a character turn. He's going almost John Moxley. He's going like hardcore. Yeah, he's going hardcore extreme. Like he's been like people have been pushing him and now he's reached this point. Like, oh, you wanted this? This is what you wanted? Well, now you're gonna get it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So, well, what are your thoughts, Andrew, on having a stable that large, at least, even if you haven't been following?
No, a stable that large. No, it because it just screams interference for every match. It just screams that, and I don't like that when that happens.
Yeah,
and then you have too much dissension going on inside, and there's too much for a regular fan to follow. Okay, is he a good guy inside the stable or a bad guy inside the stable? And is the stable good this week, bad this week, or what's going on? I don't like it.
Yeah, well, I think as long as they're the Don Callus family, they're going to be booed out of the building as as AEW crowds have a regular chant for Don Callus,
which is what?
Fuck Don Callus. Fuck Don Callus. So every time, and usually multiple times, every time his wrestlers are in a match, you hear that chant at least on 2 different occasions in the match. And you're talking about a 15-minute match, and the entire crowd is chanting that. Wolfman, what are your thoughts on a big stable?
It kind of brings me back to like the NXT days back in the early 2000s when they broke off and became the Nexus, and then they became the Core.
Yeah, the WWE when they had the Nexus. Yeah, I was really shocked when the WWE put the Nexus together. I thought they didn't believe in any stables beyond 4 or 5 people, so that was really a shock.
Yeah, and then remember when CM Punk took over Nexus and Wade Barrett had the Core?
Yep. Nope, I have no recollection of anything that has to do with CM Punk.
Yeah, and then they keep bringing in new people, and they got rid of the older people from the group.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
they dropped the ball on that one. They had something special going, then they dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Who was the original leader of Nexus?
Wade Barrett.
Oh, he was. It was Wade Barrett. See, I never liked him either. I thought he was okay on the mic, but what kind of a finisher is that?
I think he's fantastic on the microphone during PLEs. He's great.
Yeah, he is good. He's good on the mic, but he's got to get a new finisher.
Yep.
That finisher he had, where I did not get that. Like it was supposed to be this brutal thing that was happening to wrestlers. I'm like, it looks like
casually helping them back down.
Yeah, just like you threw him to why don't you just body slam him and call it a finisher?
I mean, when he changed over to the Burning Hammer, it was a little bit better, but
I don't think I'm familiar with what that move is.
Is he Connor? Is he from England?
Connor's from England. Yeah.
No, I know you are. No, Wade Barrett.
Yes.
Oh.
Wade Barrett's from England as well?
Yep.
Okay.
I did not know that either. So I'm getting.
Could you not tell by the accent?
But it explains so much. Wade Barrett.
You would pick up
his accent. Connor, you're very British. Wade Barrett, I don't get that same kind of accent from. His sounds a little bit more like guttural.
He's been in America too long.
Yeah.
Guttural. What is guttural? What does that mean?
Not clear. Like it's not like it's set to me, to my ear. It sounds like he's got like 2 or 3 accents in his accent.
Oh,
like it's not clearly a British accent to me. But I'm not a professional, accent person or anything like that. So don't be taking anything I'm saying.
You're not a professional Brit.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a professional. I'm not.
Did you say a professional prick?
Well, we know Connor's one of them.
Easy,
Since it
guys.
was
Easy.
so
Back to your
big-
corners. Back to your corners. Easy, guys. Easy,
Hey,
guys.
we want to sell. We want. Connor and I are looking to get rich off our match, so we want to build the hype.
Yes, remember 79.95.
Oh, now it's gone
Yep.
up. Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
inflation.
Yep.
Tariffs on there.
Yep.
So I want to ask you guys about something else then in AEW. And I don't know if Andrew, or in Wolfman, if you guys will be able to comment much on this, but the what are they called? It's not Death Triangle, the Triangle of Madness. The three girls, Julia Hart and Thekla and Sky Blue. Is anybody familiar with them?
No.
No.
Not really.
Wolfman? All right. Well, then we're not going to comment on it. I'm not sure about him yet. I'm a huge Julia Hart fan. Okay.
Is she part of the Hart family?
No, she's not. No, she's not part of the Hart family.
Okay.
But I think she's going to be amazing. She's going to be a multi-time world champion. We're going to be seeing her for the next 2 decades. I don't care. It doesn't matter. She could be in WWE, AEW, TNA. She might make the rounds to all 3. She is the future of women's wrestling.
Speaking of women's wrestling in AEW, why did Timeless Tony Storm lose the belt to what's her name? Chris
Statlander?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if you've gotten to see much, but are you seeing what those two are doing since she's lost the title?
No.
It's gold. Put Chris Statlander and oh my goodness, just give them microphones and put them in the ring. It's gold. Every time those two communicate now, it's ever since this has happened. I don't know. It's so amazing. I love Toni Storm. I think Timeless Toni Storm is one of the best. That could go down as the best women's gimmick of all time, in my opinion. That's how much I like Timeless Toni Storm. And I wondered also, Andrew, I was with you. I'm like, why are they having her lose the belt? Like, they already had her do that once. Like, how many times can we keep Timeless Toni Storm, but keep having her win and lose the belt? And man, her and Chris Statlander are just playing off each other so perfectly. Andrew, go look up the clip where they lay down in the ring together.
Oh.
I have seen
Oh, hey, all right. I think I will.
Yeah,
is that on one of those adult rated sites or something?
No, it's definitely not. No, it's definitely not that. They lay on opposite sides, so their faces are next to each other. Their legs go in different directions.
Not to be confused with Paige and Xavier Woods.
But they do a whole interview. They both just lay in the ring like that and they just both talk back and forth. It's gold. I was so entertained. I'm like, what is happening? I don't even know what's going to happen next with those two. You never know what's going to happen with those two right now. I think that's what they're doing good right now. So I think keep them together and keep them feuding or whatever is going on. Have them tag team a little bit. They're perfect together. So I love those two running a storyline together. That's my opinion on it.
I mean, speaking of gold and silver and other useless accessories, did they really have to put another fucking belt on Mercedes? Did they really have to make it 10? I mean, they did it on the 10th of the 10th, so fair enough, but really...
You know what? I saw a good argument. I saw a good argument to that on social media just the other day, Connor. And that was about the belts, because I had brought up the same thing. Remember, we had talked about how now they're getting to be where it's almost like props, because some of these championships, how valuable, what are they? What kind of prestige or what do they really mean? But somebody said something on social media that I had not thought about before, that these companies, these little independent companies, the exposure that they're getting from Mercedes Moné is probably humongous. Yeah. The exposure that these tiny companies are getting they're probably getting thousands and thousands of people looking up these companies now who would have never, ever looked them up before. And I never considered that when talking about, the belts like becoming props and stuff. I never considered, well, maybe it's not that the belts are like the amount of belts are devaluing. Maybe she's trying to elevate the belts that she's been given. And I never really considered that before.
Could it be that Tony Khan wants to absorb all these littler promotions, so to speak, just like
I don't know.
WWF did back in the day, and now the WWE, because they are with TNA now, and
TNA and AAA. TNA and AAA, they own both now.
Yeah. What about Impact? Do they own Impact as well?
TNA is Impact.
TNA.
Oh, is that the same thing? Okay. All right.
It was just a rebranding back in the day.
But no, I don't think Tony Khan's doing that. I think he actually is trying. I think he's creating relationships. I think because I don't think he was looking to buy AAA and stuff when he was working with them, and CMLL when he was working with them. I don't think he was looking to buy them. I think he was looking to do what the WCW did so effectively in the 90s, and that was create relationships with other promotions in other countries and then exchange talent back and forth.
Yeah, essentially networking.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think Tony Khan was doing. Of course, WWE's gobbling up things because they want to own everything. And it's a good business strategy in a sense. If you own the content, you'll make more money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is
you can charge
the WWE's product is not the best right now, and buying up your competition is how they ended up in a bad place before. So I don't think that would be a good idea. Although I love the people out there saying, oh, WWE is going to buy AEW and, this and that in 5 years. I'm like, yeah, okay, keep talking.
Okay.
Apparently no one else had anything else to comment on.
I mean, as well as I do, every time she gets a new belt, I am going to mention something. What's next? The 11th of November, she gets title number 11.
And the AEW's
at the 12th of December, she gets title number 12.
And the AEW's doing women's tag belts now. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
The AEW's doing women's tag team belts now.
Okay, here's how much out of the loop I am with AEW. Is Dr. Britt still around?
Nope, unfortunately, man. Oh man, I don't want to talk about that, Andrew. Listen,
she's my favorite.
Yeah, me too, man. She was my favorite wrestler when she was in AEW. I thought she was great. Now I heard some conflicting reports, but one of the reports that I heard is that potentially, I didn't hear this from anybody else, but just one source, that she's potentially difficult to work with. And that's why, as the roster grew, it became more of a hassle to have her on and doing stuff, I guess. Not that she's hurting for it. She has a dental practice. She doesn't need to wrestle. Plus, I guarantee you she made plenty of money while she was in AEW. I'm sure she's sitting on some of it right now.
Yeah.
So she's not hurting. But yes, I'm a huge Britt Baker fan. I was so upset when they didn't renew her contract and stuff.
She's still. I'm looking at the website right now. She's still on the roster on the website.
Oh, is she still listed on the roster?
Yeah.
Then I'm not sure what exactly the deal is, to be quite honest. I thought she had gotten released. I didn't think she was on contract. I thought she was getting ready to make a move to NXT, to be quite honest.
She's up there with, in my book, right up there with Charlotte.
Yeah, right up there with Alexa Bliss. Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I think she might even be. Oh man, that's a tough call. Britt Baker's a really good wrestler, and so is Alexa Bliss. And so I think they're both some of the top women wrestlers we can see on TV right now. And so is Charlotte. Charlotte is too. Charlotte is a great wrestler, man. Like the women's wrestling, in all of women's wrestling, it doesn't matter what company, there are some really great women wrestlers right now.
Yep. NXT has several as well. Yeah.
Charlotte Flair's obviously a better wrestler than she is wife, but that's a conversation for a different day.
And more loyal. Anyway. Let's not hurt Andrew's feelings too much. He's a big Charlotte Flair fan, so we want him to come back on an episode.
I could be number 4. That's fine.
Okay, good. I'd be happy with number 5, but
exactly.
We're signing a prenup. JD's going to get paid. All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to discuss in AEW,
I'm looking up
WWE?
just circle back for a second.
No
the next PLE for WWE is Survivor Series, but before that they have Saturday night's main event on November the 1st.
That's why it's so long before the next pay-per-view. Yeah. They got a Saturday night main event between now and then.
Yeah. And also Halloween Havoc for NXT is going to be on what day is that? Well, I assume Halloween.
I can't believe they demoted Halloween Havoc to an NXT pay-per-view. What a terrible thing. What a terrible, terrible thing. But yeah, we don't do the prediction shows on NXT. Wolfman's talked about it before, but I think there's a lot of prediction shows for WWE PLEs right now. So we don't usually do NXT prediction shows.
Okay.
But we are going to maybe add some AEW ones in the new year. So Wolfman, start watching AEW.
I'm starting to do that.
All right. See, this is why I have good people. This is why these people have been selected to be on Mayhem, because they're good at what they do.
This is why you've put me in charge of the wrestling department, because I get people doing things.
Yes. Hey, you can't. Yeah. You manage and delegate very effectively, Connor. But we're not going to minimize Wolfman's ability to work, and definitely there are many times where Wolfman is on top of stuff.
Yep.
Just to
100%.
even be just to even.
I did a lot of advertising last night.
Yes, you did. He went to a show last night, and he had the Mayhem, his Wolfman Mayhem shirt on, and I'm sure it got lots of people to talk to him about his shirt. I'm sure lots of people asked him about it.
Yeah,
So,
3 people actually came up to me and took pictures with me just because they're fans of the show.
All right.
oh, that's
Good
what
for
I'm
you.
saying right there. That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, and I
So,
just met a
excellent.
few wrestling legends like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, I saw the pictures and stuff. I should have brought some in. We'll get some uploaded for next. We'll get you on the next call for the bell in 2 weeks. We'll have you on again, and we'll get some of the pictures uploaded so we can talk about it then. I'm sorry, I never even. You should have said that to me. You should have been like, hey, we can talk about it in the show. Of course, I also didn't invite you on the show until last minute, so I'm really on top of stuff today. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing in a few weeks because my uncle's having open heart surgery.
Oh yeah, well that's fine too. Well, we'll just wait and see, and I'm sure you're going to go to another show and take lots of pictures. So, but that's
the next one I'm going to is November 14th.
November 14th. Yeah, Wolfman's big on the independent circuit. I don't know why I messed that word up. Big on the independent circuit in his area. He likes to go to all the indie shows and stuff, and check out any of the wrestling companies in his area.
Yep. I'll definitely be wearing my Mayhem Media shirt.
I hope so. Good. Andrew, thank you for joining us on Call for the Bell again.
I love being here, guys. Thank you for having me.
You always add value to the episode, so I always love having you on. We always have big conversations and lots of laughs. So, Connor, you're taking over in 2 weeks, and I don't really care what you have to say about that. So look for Connor to be hosting in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be I'll probably be back in 2 weeks, but I'll be Connor will be hosting.
Remember, Liam, say in Punk we trust.
Yeah, this is my nephew Liam making an appearance right at the end because he's not being watched at the moment, so he gets to wander out here at the end of my show. But
hey, buddy.
We're going to sign off. This is going to be the end of the episode. Tune in 2 weeks, and we'll be back for another Call for the Bell for Andrew, Wolfman, Connor, and myself, and Liam. That's the end. Wait, bye.
Bye, everyone.